Above our heads, beyond the blue sky, lies a world we were never meant to stand in, a place with no air, no sound, and almost nowhere we could survive.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running.
On December 24th, 1968, 3 humans left that safety behind. Their spacecraft, Apollo 8, slipped around the far side of the moon, a place where for a few minutes, even radio contact with Earth went silent. One of the astronauts, Bill Anders, pulled out his camera to photograph the lunar landscape. Gray dust, craters, black sky. Then, as the capsule rolled, something appeared above the horizon. Not the sun, not a star, but the Earth. A tiny glowing marble hanging in pure darkness. He pressed the shutter. The image became known as Earthrise. Most people describe that photo as beautiful, iconic, historic. But to some of us, it feels like something else entirely, terrifying. The blackness around the Earth, the scars on the moon, and the realization that everything we are, every memory, every person you've ever loved, is trapped on that tiny, fragile sphere, floating in an endless night. That chill you feel looking at images like that? There's a name for it. Scientists call it astrophobia, the fear of outer space and the things that live in it. For some, it's stars and planets. For others, it's black holes. For many, it's simply the scale of everything. And the deeper we look into the universe, the more that fear starts to make sense. We'll start with something familiar: planets. From a distance in a school poster, they're colorful, but look closely and they start to feel wrong. Mars, from the ground, looks strangely like home rocks, dust, a pale sky. But there are no trees, no sounds of life, no air you can breathe. It's like walking through a hyper-realistic painting of Earth where someone quietly erased everything living. Then come the gas giants. Jupiter and Saturn don't even have true surfaces. There's no solid ground to land on, just layers of storm and pressure, going deeper and deeper until any ship or body would be crushed. For people with astromegalophobia, the fear of huge structures in space, these worlds don't feel like planets. They feel like jaws. And yet, the strangest worlds aren't even in our own solar system. Out there are exoplanets, planets orbiting other stars that break our sense of what's possible. There's a world about the size of Neptune, orbiting terrifyingly close to its star. Its surface is made of ice, but the temperatures are hot enough to melt lead. Because of the insane gravity, the ice is crushed so tightly it can't evaporate. The result? Burning ice. Frozen water that's literally on fire, wrapped in air you could never breathe. Another world has rings so wide that if you placed it where Saturn is, those rings would stretch from the sun all the way out to Earth's orbit, hundreds of millions of kilometers of dust and rock looping around a planet 10 times the size of Jupiter. Imagine floating next to those rings, watching them fade into the distance until they blend with the darkness. Knowing that if you tried to cross them, you could travel for days and never reach the end. Space doesn't just make things big, it makes them too big. Big enough that your brain quietly gives up trying to picture it. And still, planets aren't the final boss. That role belongs to black holes. On images, they look simple: a dark circle, a glowing ring. In reality, they're regions where gravity has won, where space and time themselves fold in on each other. We've found black holes so massive they could swallow entire solar systems whole. One of them is tens of billions of times the mass of our sun. You could line up multiple planetary systems side by side. Inside it, nothing that crosses their boundary ever comes back, not matter, not light, not information. Fall into a small black hole and you die almost instantly. Fall into a truly gigantic one and something worse happens. You don't die right away. You fall in darkness for hours. Outside, time is warping. As you drop, the universe races ahead. Stars age, galaxies drift apart. Entire eras pass to you. It's a fall. By the time you're gone, everything else is too. Black holes aren't just scary because they're dangerous. They're scary because they break our understanding of how reality works.